What's up, everybody? My name is Erin, and welcome to the Mad Maker Studio. I just want to say again, thank you for agreeing to a third date with me. We are on episode 3 of Akash, Path of the Five. I return to the clearing to find Ignatius sitting by the fire. He gives me a strange look. I hope he's not still upset about before.
Enjoy your nice, uninterrupted bath?
Yeah, whoever went before me was kind enough to warm the water up.
You're welcome.
I'm sorry again. It really was an accident.
Forget about it.
I throw some of the leftover chestnuts from earlier in the day into our makeshift rock grill to roast before I join Ignatius by the fire. The gem around my neck catches the firelight. I can see Ignatius looking at it.
I don't know much about that thing, but I don't like it.
Yeah, we'll have to take it to the elders straight away when we get back. At the very least, they can keep it from getting into human hands again.
Everything's going to be terrible now, you know? Those humans couldn't even wait for our agreement to expire before they stuck their noses in and did all this.
That's true. But we pushed their backs against the wall, didn't we? All that stuff about our races and our breeding and all. It's complicated.
Whatever. This might be our last night not being bothered by all this stuff, and I don't want to waste it talking about humans.
Something else on your mind?
Yes, actually.
Oh, I want him to be open and honest. So I don't want to jump in front and say, I have something to say too, because then he might pull back, but I'm gonna let him go first.
Go ahead, Ignatius.
Well...
He fidgets nervously with his hands, looking anywhere but at me.
Look, we've known each other a long time, right? You know me. You know how I am.
How you are?
You know I don't like people. They always want you to do things, and they're touching you and crowding you, and they're so loud you can't hear yourself think.
Oh, I know that feeling all too well, my boy.
Sounds like you, all right.
Right, but... Shit, I don't even know why I'm telling you this. It's different. You're different.
Aww.
I'm different?
Not like weird different, I mean... Fuck, I'm messing this up. You're different from everyone else. Lately, whenever I'm like, I hate people, there's this little voice in my head that's like, but not her.
Yay!
Oh?
You're not like everybody else. You really get me. And you make me feel things I've never felt before. I always hated being touched, but when you touch me with those cold hands...
I know he's trying to make that sound like a compliment.
My hands aren't cold. Yours are warm.
It's not an insult. It feels kind of good. Not like that. Oh, goddess, you must think I'm some kind of pervert. I like it when you hold my hand. That's all.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Maybe we should just pretend I never said anything, okay?
I put a finger to his lips.
While I enjoy seeing you all flustered, let me save you some time. I like you too, Ignatius.
You do?
Yes.
Well, shit. Why'd you let me embarrass myself like that? You should have gone first.
Oh, but you were so cute.
But you're so cute when you're embarrassed.
Heck yes.
I'm not cute.
I lean in closer to Ignatius. He freezes, but he doesn't try to back away. I bring my face closer to his until our noses touch. I whisper to him.
Is this okay?
His response is so quiet, I almost miss it.
Yes?
His next words leave no doubt in my mind.
Please.
Oh my gosh, he's so cute. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, his lips are even warmer than I'd imagined. He presses them together tightly at first, but as he begins to relax under my touch, his lips grow softer and more pliant. When I pull away from him, his face is flushed, but his body language has changed. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, I just have to look at the full picture art for that. Oh, that is so sweet. I picked the right boy.
Could I try that again?
Yes. What do you mean, not now? I wonder if I could fumble my way through these routes, but no, of course, no. I'm gonna let him kiss you. I close my eyes and wait. I can almost hear his hesitation. But a few moments later, I feel his warm hand threading its way through my hair and behind my head, gently pulling me in closer to him. His touch is still a bit shy, but there's a growing undercurrent of confidence in his kiss.
Wasn't that nice?
Yeah. Maybe we could do it again sometime.
Just not tonight. As amazing as that was, that's probably enough excitement for you. You're supposed to be resting.
Oh right, he got injured. It's been a while since I've recorded this episode and the previous one. He actually pouts.
I feel fine.
No buts. I want you at your best for tomorrow, so try to get some sleep, okay?
Fine, but can I sleep with you? Out here, I mean, by the fire.
Oh, Ignatius. Sure you can.
Please just call me Nate.
You know, of all the shortened nicknames for him, I never thought about Nate. But I guess that's he's giving her a cute little pet name that's just for her and nobody else.
Okay, Nate. Come here.
I pull him down so that his head is in my lap. I can feel his face growing hot, but he doesn't resist. I watch him until his breathing becomes even and I'm certain he's asleep. We spend the rest of the evening together by the fire. Ooh, 7 days until the ceremony. Awake to find myself on the bed of grass I had created for Ignatius. I must have fallen asleep at some point. I sit up to see Ignatius sitting by the fire, using his magic to draw it out into unusual shapes. A bunny, a dragon, and a heart? Looks like he's feeling better.
Nate?
At the sound of my voice, Ignatius starts a bit and the heart-shaped fire vanishes into the ether.
Ah, you startled me.
I'm sorry. How are you feeling? Looks like your magic's back.
Oh, yeah. I've just been messing around with it a bit while you were asleep. I didn't want to wake you. Did you know you talk in your sleep?
Oh gosh, what did I say?
Did I say anything interesting?
Interesting is a good way to describe it.
Should I be embarrassed?
I was plenty embarrassed for the both of us. Don't trouble yourself now.
Oh, see that smirk? He's getting sassy.
Eek. Well then, I guess if we're both awake and ready to go, we should get moving.
Are you gonna summon that fire dragon again?
I'm gonna try.
Try hard. I don't want to walk back.
I conjure up the image of the dragon in my mind, focusing my energy through the gem. A few moments later, the flaming dragon stands before us again.
Unreal. It's one thing to make shapes, but this thing is corporeal. My uncles would go nuts if they could see this.
You want me to fly us to your house instead?
Ugh, don't even joke about that.
Don't you guys live around a volcano? I bet we could find it pretty easily.
Guess I'll walk home after all. See you tomorrow.
Oh, don't be like that. I climb up onto the dragon and reach my hand out to Ignatius. Boy, if you don't. Come over here. Oh, my first reaction, I'm gonna go, boy, if you don't.
If you don't get up here, I'm going to go in your room and grab your sketchbooks, and then I'll go to your family's house.
You wouldn't.
Oh, wouldn't I?
Ignatius scrambles up after me and throws his arms around my waist, grumbling to himself.
You're You're the worst, you know?
Yeah, but it's like our thing.
Uh-huh.
The dragon rises into the air, carrying us high above the treetops. Just a few hours from the village, I can see what appears to be a regiment of elemental warriors from our village.
Ignatius! Look there!
That's our guys down there. I bet they're on their way to rescue us.
I think of the impact our disappearance must have had on the village. It makes my stomach churn.
Aren't you gonna take us down?
I think maybe we should ditch our ride. We can talk to the elders about it, but I don't want to freak anybody out.
Oh yeah. This probably does look pretty nuts.
I circle around and land us some distance back. As we dismount, I give the dragon one last look. Its eyes seem to stare straight through me.
Thanks. Good girl? Boy?
I pat its flaming neck, but it shows no sign of comprehension or concern for us.
Okay. Good talk then.
I dismiss the dragon and it winks out of existence. A few moments later, I hear a shout, and two young scouts come running through the forest, abandoning all pretense at discretion.
It's them! They're all right!
The other scout runs back, and a few minutes later, we're surrounded by about a dozen or so of the village's finest warriors. They thump Ignatius on the back and lift me onto their shoulders. After a few moments of celebration, the regiment leader instructs the soldiers to break.
How did you manage to escape?
It's a really, really long story.
Go on. Amazing. You are to be commended for your bravery and service to the village and our people as a whole.
Thank you.
What happens now?
We were coming to negotiate for your release. But now that you've escaped and taken this artifact, there is sure to be a reprisal. We must go ahead to ensure that our village will be protected. We must let them know this will not be tolerated.
What, you're gonna go anyway? I'm not sure if that's a good idea. If our people clash again, there's no avoiding war between our villages. If I could just speak to the elders, maybe we could come up with some diplomatic resolution. We can't keep this up forever. Exactly! Come back with us now, send half the regiment ahead to scout. I think that would appease both parties if you send half the regiment to scout. Just scout, don't do anything. Just scout.
I beg of you to return to the village with us now. Ignatius and I are fine. There's no longer any need to endanger the lives of our men. We must tread carefully. One wrong move could ignite a war between our people that could last for generations. But if it gives you comfort, perhaps you could send half the men simply to scout ahead for any human reprisals.
To my surprise, the regiment leader simply agrees with me. He gives me a curt nod and signals to his men to get going.
Move out.
Ignatius leans in and whispers to me.
Doesn't it seem weird that he just did what you asked right away?
It's the necklace. Am I a queen now?
Yeah, I was expecting more resistance.
Something here doesn't add up.
I wonder what that was about.
As soon as we arrive in the village proper, elementals begin flooding out of their homes and shops. They swarm around us, hugging us, patting us on the back. I hear a familiar voice shouting and spot my father trying frantically to make his way through the crowd.
Let him through! That's my father!
At this, the gathered well-wishers part just enough to allow my poor father through. He runs to me and grabs me in a tight hug. His beard is wet with tears, and I can feel his shoulders shaking as he sobs. Oh!
My darling girl, I fear the worst.
Oh, Papa. I'm so sorry I worried you. I promise I'm all right.
Okay, and I keep forgetting I can like hide the dialogue box so you all can enjoy the amazing character art and background art and stuff. My bad. Eventually, Papa releases his hold on me.
There's been all kinds of horrible talk of war since you left. I fear even your safe return is not enough to stop what's coming.
We don't have the numbers to sustain an all-out war. It would be the end for us as a people. But we don't even have time to talk about that now. I have something the elders need to see.
I gesture to the necklace currently around my neck. Papa's eyes widen as he takes it in.
I will gather the council at once. I know you must be exhausted, but please meet us in the council hall as soon as you can.
You know what this necklace is? Again, how old are you?
Thank you, Papa. I will.
He gives me one last hug, wipes his eyes, and takes off through the crowd. I look over at Ignatius. The crowd has lifted him onto their shoulders despite his numerous protests. He swats at their hands, but to no avail. Oh, that's my boy.
Ignatius! Meet me in the council hall when you get a moment.
Ignatius gives me a quick nod before turning to shout at someone behind him. Hopefully he can extract himself soon. The council hall. Ten minutes later. I stand outside the council hall, idly drawing designs in the dirt with my foot. My stomach flutters with nerves. I've never met with a council of elders like this all at once. I don't know if they'll even listen to me. I'm still technically a kid to them. The nerves in my stomach give way to butterflies when I see Ignatius come jogging up the path. At least I won't be doing it alone.
Sorry to keep you waiting. No matter how many names I called them, they wouldn't put me down.
Don't worry about it. I'm just so glad you're here with me.
Come on. I'm not going to abandon you after all that.
He gives me a shy smile.
The elders know all kinds of stuff. I'm sure they'll know exactly what to do.
I sure hope so.
The village council. The hall is filled with the sound of raised voices. The elders appear to be arguing about something.
We must bring them to heel. Such aggressions cannot be tolerated.
There is far more at stake than our pride ever for.
Life without dignity is not a life worth living.
That's enough. 2 of our precious young people have been returned to us unharmed. We can argue later.
Elders Sol and Aberforth glare at each other but take their seats. Good old Elder Glenn.
Please, my children, take your seats.
My father sits next to Elder Glenn. He pats the 2 empty seats next to him. Ignatius and I take our places before the council.
Thank you for joining us so quickly, despite the ordeal you must have faced. Ignatius, your bravery in the face of an unknown danger and service to our village and your people shall not be forgotten. You will receive a special commendation at the coming-of-age ceremony next week.
Okay, but what about me?
You don't have to do that. I didn't really...
Nonsense. Take it graciously, child.
Yes, sir.
Elder Glenn turns to me.
We are proud of the strength and bravery you have displayed as well, my dear. Please, tell us how you came to return to us in such a short amount of time, without our assistance.
Yes, Elder. A short time after we left the village, they knocked us out. When we came to, we found ourselves in a human prison. And that's when we ran into the rescue party, and they brought us back home.
Papa's face is soaked with tears again. He's always been a sensitive man, but I think I've seen him cry more today than I have in my entire life.
So brave.
Oh, he's the best dad ever.
Oh, Papa. Please don't cry.
I am ashamed to admit I assumed Ignatius had rescued you. It seems that without you, Ignatius would not be here with us today. Please look forward to your own commendation at the coming-of-age ceremony next week.
That's right, and what did we learn about making assumptions?
Thank you, Elder.
Thank you for your bravery, both of you. But your tale has only made it clearer that that the humans' actions are simply unconscionable and must be met with war. Surely you can see this, soul.
Okay, but it seems like there was only like one human in particular that was the mastermind manipulator of all of this.
Please, elders, I beg you to reconsider. Our people cannot go to war in our current state.
Child, you speak of matters beyond your years. You have not seen enough of life to understand the complexities of relations between our races. War is a mere idea to you.
I don't like you, Elder Aberforth.
That is not entirely true, Aberforth. She has seen more of the human village than anyone in this room, excepting Ignatius.
That may be so, but it will take more than 2 days of sneaking around.
Aberforth, please. Do go on, child.
Thank you, Elder Glenn. The human village is far larger than ours. They reproduce at a rate that we cannot match, with little difficulty. An all-out war would be disastrous. We may overpower them in a direct fight, but they are not struggling with the survival of their species.
And what would you have us do? Beg the humans for their forgiveness and allow them to grind us under their boots.
And I absolutely do not like you, Elder Barasco. From what I'm remembering of previous episodes, you are a dick.
No, but perhaps we can negotiate a new agreement between our people. One that helps us continue to exist, but that makes them feel less used.
We will study the matter carefully, but it is difficult to see a way out of this without direct action.
We have another problem.
He indicates the necklace around my neck.
They've been using this to block our magic. We took it right off the neck of their shaman.
That's right, the shaman. So, shaman's the puppet master, I think.
It seems to amplify magic as well. I was able to use it to do some pretty amazing things.
It must be studied immediately. Please, give it to my page.
Whoa, who are you? You just like popped up here.
Absolutely.
I go to pull the necklace over my head, but it won't move. Panic rises in my chest. I yank at the necklace, but it's as if it's made of lead.
What are you doing?
It won't move. I can't take it off.
Maybe someone else has to do it?
He takes hold of the necklace and does his best to pull it off, but it won't move. The elders murmur amongst themselves.
We shall simply have to study this artifact with your assistance. But we'll need you to come with us immediately so we can ensure it is not harming you.
Ignatius stands so quickly that he upends a nearby stack of parchment. Elder Aberforth glares at him.
I'll go too.
No, we cannot have you in our way.
We appreciate your concern, but I assure you we will take care of her.
As they lead me away, I notice Papa giving Ignatius a suspicious, searching glance. Wave goodbye, reassure him.
Don't worry, Ignatius. It hasn't hurt me so far. I'll come find you after. I promise.
All right.
We can wait together, Ignatius. We should chat.
That's right.
Me? I think I was supposed to be somewhere.
Don't be silly. Get to know my dad. I exit the council hall a few hours later, no worse for the wear. To my surprise, Ignatius is sitting on the ground just next to the door. As soon as he sees me exit, he jumps to his feet, kicking up dust.
Are you okay? They had you in there so long.
They said it seems like it's okay for now, but I'm gonna have to keep reporting in for tests, and they gave me this.
I hold up a scroll of parchment.
I'm gonna have to record some things for them.
Like what?
You know, certain measurements, strange happenings, and so on.
I guess it's a good thing it's you and not me. I just fill that thing with doodles. So, your coming of age ceremony is coming up soon. crazy, right?
I know, and it feels like it's coming up way too fast. Like, a week is not enough. Apparently, I've not been focusing on one element over another, and I have to choose one for the rest of my life. Like, that's too fast, man.
Oh, goddess, don't remind me. I'm not even close to done with my planning. But is it really okay for me to be worrying about that right now? We're on the brink of war.
Exactly. There's other things to worry about right now, and you cannot be doing this all by yourself, Aurora. It is too much.
You deserve to be happy right now. Maybe more than anybody else in this village. If anyone has a problem with it, they can come talk to me about it.
It feels kind of selfish.
Hey, stop that. Nobody gets to make you feel bad when I'm around. Not even you. You need the distraction, right? Just let yourself have a little fun.
Oh my gosh, he's the best. He's best boy. He flashes me that shy smile I've seen so much recently.
You're so sweet, Nate. I guess if it's like that, I should go pick out my cake.
Why would I take Lux with me? No.
You want to come with me?
I'm kind of offended that you even asked. Yes, obviously.
Well, I want to make sure. We've been through a lot. I think you're still injured. So of course I'm gonna ask you.
Come on then.
Something's Bake Shop. Magnus's Bake Shop. The script is a little difficult to read. Magnus's Bake Shop is one I pass every morning on my way to class. The samples his assistant gave me were really more of a formality. I always knew it was going to be him catering my coming-of-age ceremony. Before my hand can close around the door handle, the door flies open.
You've come!
Yes, and also not only... Okay, look, you have a week left. This is extremely short notice for a bakery and any other merchant shop, I'm sure. Like, any sort of catering, this is way too early. But I think he can handle it. We'll see. He ushers us into the shop and closes the door behind us.
On second thought...
He shoves the door open again. Is it because he wants everyone to see?
Let the masses see. Those frauds from outside the village. The nerve of them. But I digress.
He leads us over to an array of pastries laid out on the counter.
How did you have this ready so quickly?
I knew it would only be a matter of time before you admitted there was only ever one choice.
His assistant pokes his head out from around the corner.
I've been making these samples every morning for a week now.
Magnus slaps the back of his head. Oh, but he sounds like a go-getter.
No one asked you, boy.
Magnus, your assistant, seems and sounds like he really loves his job. Don't make him hate it.
Sir!
He bows to us apologetically, then Magnus and disappears back out of sight.
Now then, have a taste.
He sweeps his arm over the expanse of pastries. Try them all or nibble a few. Try them all. I set upon the pastries and begin stuffing them into my face as fast as I can. I haven't even had time to have a proper meal since we got back, and I've always loved sweets. It's a dangerous combo.
Goodness, I should have made more. I had no idea you had such a healthy appetite.
Oh man, you'd fit right in with my cousins. You eat like an animal.
I would be mad, but he's got such a cute smile on his face. I guess I should slow down. I'll eat how I want. Always stay true to yourself. I mash another piece of cake into my mouth and use my free hand to give Ignatius a particularly rude gesture.
I'll eat however I want to eat.
Who said you had to do anything? I was just saying.
He reaches for the pile of cakes, but Magnus slaps his hand away.
Those are for the lady.
I hope that didn't like have us lose points with him, but also, again, be true to yourself.
Oh, goddess, I don't even care anymore. Just eat them all.
Perhaps you'd like to have a look at some of these designs. I thought we might incorporate each of the elements into your cake to celebrate your decision. Unless you've thought about what you might choose.
Ignatius looks at me with great interest.
I thought I'd keep it a surprise until the ceremony.
What? Don't look at me like that.
There's nothing like a dramatic reveal. Perfect!
Exactly. So I think having all the elements present is wonderful.
Ignatius gives me a disappointed look.
Sorry, Nate. You'll just have to wait like everyone else.
What do you think of this one?
He slides a sketch across the counter to me. It's a small gray cake.
Oh, that one is a bit plain.
How many people is it going to feed?
But wait.
He flips the parchment up to reveal a second sketch underneath. The cake has been cut open, revealing a sort of rainbow cake and frosting. That's cute.
Oh, how adorable!
Adorable? No, it is.
He twirls his mustache around a fingertip.
Magnificent. Inspired, dare I say. Perfection.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
I shall begin preparations at once. Please look forward to seeing the real thing in a week's time. All I need to know is which flavor cake you liked best.
I was kind of hoping, like, with my dress, I would get to have, like, 3 different cake designs to pick from, but sure, we'll go with that one. I squint, deep in thought. Chocolate hazelnut, bergamot and black tea, strawberry lemon, ooh.
Strawberry lemon.
Excellent choice.
I really like fruit flavors.
If it were me, I think I'd have liked an apple cinnamon cake. We don't eat a lot of apple stuff back home.
Apples aren't even in season yet.
I'm just saying.
Well, thank you so much, Magnus. I can't wait to see and taste the cakes in a week.
My pleasure.
Man, that guy is a total grouch. It's just cake, dude.
He's an artist like you, but he does his thing with flour and sugar instead of charcoal and paper. You should be a bit more patient with him.
I don't have to do a thing for him. It's not my cake. Anyway, I probably should get back to my room. There's some things I gotta do. I haven't been back yet.
Yeah, I should do the same. See you later.
See you later.
Student dormitory. The humans have blue flags, but the elementals have red flags. It's been a long, crazy day. I think I might go to bed early tonight. I don't know where that came from. It's been a long, crazy day. I think I might go to bed really early tonight. Just as I'm dreaming of my nice soft bed, I spot one of the Elder's apprentices jogging towards me, out of breath.
Miss! Miss!
What is it?
The elders want to do some more tests. I know you must be tired, but we've noticed some inconsistencies in our testing, and we want to be certain you'll be safe.
Sorry, not now. I mean, okay. Wait. I don't know, man. I can go, but oh. But if I say sorry, not I don't know. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, thank the heavens. Right this way, follow me.
Ignatius will understand. It's dark by the time I get back to my room. So much for sleeping early tonight. I sigh and snuggle into my bed, my luxurious, wonderful, amazing bed. I've always been fond of it, but after that dungeon, it feels like sleeping on a cloud. I barely have time for any reflection before blissful slumber overtakes me. Oh, we having another dream? I'm standing in a grassy meadow. My necklace glows, and suddenly the meadow bursts into full bloom, the flowers sprouting up to cover every inch in sight. I feel hope blossom within me, but I can't explain why. As I'm admiring the flowers, I feel a warm hand on my shoulder. It's Ignatius. I turn to face him, and without a word, he simply takes me in his arms and kisses me. I've never felt so happy. I wake up to see my room illuminated by the glow of my necklace. As I shake off the last remnants of sleep, the necklace slowly dims until it's returned to normal. Probably something I should record. I turn to my bedside table, pick up my quill, and begin writing on the parchment the elders gave me. Better included a short description of the dream, too. When I think of kissing Ignatius, I blush and smile to myself. I'm not sure I want to share that part. Let's leave it at I dreamed of love. 6 days until the ceremony. I open the door to step out into the hallway, and I'm surprised to find Ignatius there with his hand up, poised to knock.
Whoa, hey.
Oh, we've come full circle.
Hi, Nate. Did you need something?
I don't need anything, but the elders thought maybe it'd be a good idea if I walked around with you today. Make sure you're okay.
I'm so happy to see you.
Well, whatever the reason, I'm so happy to see you.
Oh, me too.
He blushes. Aww. Look, how could you not love him? He's so cute.
You ready to go then?
Yep.
I link my arm with his, and we set off for the classroom together. Our walk to class is blessedly uneventful. The attack on the village seems to have frightened away the crowds of vendors. That and my selection of Magnus and Sweet William must have thinned the herd out some as well. For the first time since all this craziness started, Ignatius and I make it to class with a few minutes to spare. All conversation stops the minute we enter the room. Rocco and Rowan come flying out of their seats towards Ignatius.
Iggy!
Get out of here.
Hey, what? Don't touch me!
Rocco and Rowan throw their arms around Ignatius from either side, sandwiching him in between them. Whew. That's a whole lot of man in one place.
We missed you so much, Iggy.
We didn't know what to do with ourselves without you yelling at us every morning.
We tried to do it ourselves, but Rocco's pretty bad at everything that isn't sleazy come-ons.
I swear to every deity on this plane I will set both of you on fire if you don't get your disgusting hands off of me!
Oh, there it is. The sweet, sweet sound of our darling Iggy's impotent rage. Life just wasn't the same without it.
Don't ever leave us again.
The boys part for a moment, but Rocco slings his arm around Ignatius' shoulders and speaks to him in a strange whisper.
You were out there together for 2 whole nights. Tell me, darling, did you let her make a man out of you? Rocco,
I think I've said this every episode. Get the fuck out. Rocco getting under Ignatius' skin is nothing new, but the mere mention of me seems to incense him in a completely new way. He draws his arm forward and elbows Rocco in the stomach hard. Oh, that's my man. Yes. Real talk, would have loved to see character art of that gut punch.
Don't you ever let her name pass through your lips, you lavender prick!
Ignatius! We're all glad to have you back. Why don't we all sit down?
Fine by me.
Ignatius and I take our seats. Rocco recovers his breath, but not his mood. His suspicious gaze darts back and forth between Ignatius and I. Ignatius has resumed his usual doodling in his notebook. We sit in silence. The atmosphere in the classroom feels a bit awkward. Strangely, Caspian is the first to break the silence.
Did you observe the humans during your time as their captive?
Not a lot of direct observation, but we did get a good look at their village layout and the inside of their temple.
Temple. One would think those lawless savages have no religion at all. Nothing is sacred to them.
Rocco seems to perk up for a moment.
On the contrary, human women are extremely religious. They were always calling out to their gods when Ah!
Rocco is interrupted, however, when it suddenly dawns upon him that his chair seems to have been explicitly caught on fire. Yes! Caspian expertly extinguishes it, then turns to glare at Ignatius.
You insult your people and the instructors at this prestigious academy when you waste your magic on such trifling matters.
Yeah, well, Caspian, you're wasting your attitude on negativity. And that's not cool, bro.
Don't know what you're talking about.
You're the only fire elemental in here.
Maybe it was...
Yes. Again, I keep forgetting that you can put your own name in there so they don't say your name.
What?
I'm just saying he's not the only one who could have done it.
You aren't helping.
Sorry.
Ignatius keeps drawing, but there's a hint of a smile on his face. Before anyone can say anything further, Elder Borrasco sweeps into the classroom with an air of urgency.
Grab your parchment and follow me to the council hall at once. Your class will be a special session today, and we haven't any time to waste.
What kind of session, sir?
Less talking, more walking, young man. We'll be discussing what to do about the human village. Now move!
Anxiety gnaws at my stomach as we all rise to follow behind Elder Borrasco. The human issue is a complex one, and if it's not handled carefully, it could be devastating to both of our people. I have to help somehow. I can see Lux looking at me with some concern.
Are you all right?
I'm fine. I'm nervous. I mean, real talk, I'm nervous, and if he's still, like, legit my BFF, I'm gonna be real with him.
I'm okay. I'm just... nervous. The fate of our people could be at stake here. And I don't know if the elders are really prepared to handle this. It seems ridiculous to worry about myself right now.
I know the feeling, but you've been through so much recently. You're allowed to be nervous, tired, all of it. As for the elders, they've handled so many things in their time, and your unique perspective might just be the key to figuring all this out.
Thanks, Lux. You always know what to say.
Not always, but I'll always help you however I can.
As we enter the council hall, it's strangely quiet. The elders are assembled within, silently poring over maps and voluminous scrolls. Elder Borrasco clears his throat loudly.
Ah, Borrasco. You certainly took your precious time getting here.
Don't waste our limited time with your petty remarks, soul.
Simply making an observation.
That's enough, all of you. Thank you for bringing the students, Borrasco. You all will be coming of age in less than a week. These kinds of responsibilities will be on your shoulders when you return to your home villages. It is time you began to take part in such discussions and decision-making.
Elder Glenn steps to one side, revealing a map of the Zamarid Valley spread out on the table before us.
Ignatius,
Aurora.
both of you spent some time behind enemy lines. We'd like you to tell us what you observed of the human village.
I look at Ignatius and he nods at me. We approach the table and begin rearranging markers on the map where we can.
They held us here.
Here's where the farms were.
I think I saw a stream there.
The map looks radically different than when we first started. The elders nod their approval.
It seems things have changed significantly since the last time any elementals visited the human village.
Wait, shouldn't Rocco, if he's really been there as much as and often as he says he has, shouldn't he know where everything is?
Some elementals visit the village regularly.
Elder Soul frowns at Rocco. Anyone else might have been intimidated by that judgmental glare, but Rocco presses on.
Surely if we surveyed the men of our village, someone might come forward with some helpful information.
Rocco? Are you volunteering?
I don't know what you're talking about, Rowan. A good elemental boy like myself would never engage in such base.
Enough. Most elemental men have some degree of shame, Sirocco. You would do well to acquire some yourself.
Well said, Caspian. All of you, take a moment to study this map. Think about what you've learned about humans as a people and the layout of their village. Look for weaknesses.
The room falls silent as the boys ponder the map while the elders await their input. I look at it again, desperately hoping for some last-minute inspiration.
Would anyone like to go first?
Caspian steps forward.
It is simple. This river runs along and through the village. My brothers and I will raise the water levels, flooding their village and decimating their crops. The water will eventually recede, but the damage they sustain will be far too great to allow them to mount a successful defense or counterattack. They will be forced to abandon the village.
And what of the human women who might be of use to us? You drown them along with the rest.
We would make an example out of this village, so that the next generations of humans will cooperate when they are called. And the more distance between our village and the humans, the better.
Judgmental much?
We haven't the time for a generational plan. Try again. You, Ignatius.
Me?
Is there another Ignatius in this room? Yes, you, boy! Give us your proposal.
Oh my gosh, stop yelling.
Well, we could burn their fields and stores, but offer them food in exchange for the, assistance of their women.
No, it's a terrible idea.
We can't feed an entire village of humans in addition to our own. Do you have any idea how much they eat? Does anyone have a suggestion that won't ruin our village?
I do, Elder.
Go on then, Sirocco.
Thank you, Elder. I have it on good authority that human women are easily persuaded into doing all sorts of things. We simply need to send a few covert operatives to the human village to talk their most beautiful, fertile women into leaving their village to spend a few years at a time in a new village just between ours and theirs. There, the women will...
That's enough, Sirocco. Rowan, your thoughts?
Can we, come back to me? There's so much to think about.
He's not happy with that answer.
Lux, your strategy.
Yes, Elder. So many of our problems stem from miscommunication and misunderstandings between our people and theirs. Perhaps we could begin a cultural exchange program with the humans. We send some of our people there and accept a few humans into our village.
That's the most likable plan right now, but I could see that going downhill really fast.
Your response to an invasion is to open the door for them? Absolutely not! What about you, girl? I hope you have something better for us.
Elder Aberforth? Like Elder Barasco, you two are a dick. I have a name? Thank you very much. All eyes are now on me. I take a deep breath, steadying myself. This could be your last chance to fix things.
I've been thinking about this since we escaped the human village. The way we've been doing things just does not work. It's time for a serious change.
Oh, her necklace is glowing. We have the power of persuasion. I can't help but notice that the jewel around my neck has begun to glow. The elders and my classmates nod their heads at me, staring at me expectantly. It's kind of strange, actually. Normally one of the elders would be interrupting me by now.
Sorry, I'm still getting used to this thing. Anyway, it's clear that we can't simply show up to the peace talks and negotiate as if nothing ever happened.
I trail off, slightly unnerved by the rapt attention the elders and my classmates are giving me. Elder Borrasco is nodding eagerly at me, and I'm starting to feel a strange swell of confidence. It must have something to do with the necklace. I feel like I could probably talk them into just about anything with this thing. This is my moment. I know exactly what we should do. We should... Oh no. I don't want to destroy the human village or show force. Those are both bad answers. Renegotiate the agreement. If I have a necklace of persuasion, granted I do not know how well that persuasion power works on humans, but assuming it works the same as the, you know, elemental persuasion, and I know I said earlier sometime in the video of like, what did we learn about assuming? So forget about that. I do not know a better phrase. But we're going to renegotiate the agreement.
We must make peace. It's true that the humans violated the terms of our pact. They even kidnapped 2 of us. But these were acts born of desperation, frustration, and hurt. Elementals have treated humans as simply things to be used in the furtherance of our own race. And this kind of treatment leads to deeply rooted anger. This anger festers over the years, poisoning the hearts and minds of the next generation.
Yes, we have to break the cycle.
While it is true that we still haven't solved the problem of the furthering of our species, we simply cannot keep using human women as nothing more than breeding stock, unwelcome in our village.
As I speak, the elders nod slowly. I wonder if they would be giving my opinion this much weight without the extra help from the artifact. Then again, I might be able to use the artifact to the same effect on humans. If it helps keep the peace, it can't be too wrong, can it?
Yes, the current situation is untenable. We must break the cycle.
We shall send a raven with a message to the humans, with an offer to meet in 2 days' time.
In the meantime, we must prepare. You are all dismissed.
The boys don't need to be told twice. They shuffle out of the hall, palpably relieved. As I get up to leave, one of the elders' apprentices approaches me.
Ah, Miss.
Miss Aurora.
Let me guess. More testing?
Oh, yes. You saved me the trouble of asking. If you wouldn't mind.
I make eye contact with Ignatius. He looks concerned.
Don't worry, Ignatius. I'll be fine. They've taken good care of me so far.
See you in the morning. No, I wanna catch up with you later tonight.
I'll catch up with you later, okay?
He nods and smiles sweetly at me.
Just come by my room. I'll be drawing.
I'm there. A few hours later, I return to the student quarters. I walk down the hall to Ignatius's room and knock.
Who is it?
It's me.
I hear the sound of a scramble within. A red-faced Ignatius opens the door a few moments later.
Hey! I've been waiting for you. Do you want to come in?
Heck yes, I do.
Sure.
It's my first time in Ignatius's room. Every square inch of the walls is covered with drawings of some sort. Some elementals, some nature scenes. I'm amazed by the artistry in front of me.
Wow, Nate. I knew you were good, but I had no idea.
What, that stuff? That's just... I never get to put my drawings up at home, so it makes me feel happy to have them up here. It's my space. I can do whatever I want with it.
Aww.
That's really sweet, but it makes me a little bit sad, too.
Don't feel sad. It's really not a big deal. So, anyway, I had this idea, and feel free to say no.
As I look around the room, my eyes land on a stack of cushions with a sheet draped over them.
What's going on there?
So that idea I had, you know, I like to draw, obviously. But the best way to draw is, from life.
Are we gonna do a Titanic?
What do you mean?
You know, drawing a live model instead of copying someone else's drawing.
Are you asking me to model for you?
Only if you want to. I mean, if you feel comfortable.
I'd be honored to be in one of your gorgeous drawings. What do I need to do?
Really? Oh man, if you can just sit right there and then hold as still as you can.
I sit down on the stack of cushions and strike the sexiest pose I can think of. Ignatius snorts.
That's cute, but in a few minutes your arms are going to be sore. Try something you can hold for a long time, like maybe a recline position. I'm just gonna grab my stuff here.
As Ignatius busies himself assembling his art supplies, I can't help but remember the drawing Elder Glenn showed us recently, and it gives me an idea. Pose topless for him or don't mess with him. I think so far our relationship has been messing with each other. I'm gonna go for it. As quickly and quietly as I can, I pull my top over my head and toss it to the side. I lay back on the cushions and wait for Ignatius to notice. After some further rummaging, Ignatius finally turns his attention back to me.
Yeah, just like that.
His voice disappears completely. The charcoal stick in his hand snaps as his fingers involuntarily curl into a fist, but Ignatius doesn't seem to notice.
What's the matter? Don't you like what you see?
Okay, we might have been a little too saucy. Ignatius seems to have lost his capacity for speech. He nods rapidly, then shakes his head, then nods again. I don't want to push him too far.
Then pick your jaw up off the floor and draw.
Ignatius nods mutely, then looks down at the remains of the destroyed charcoal in his hand. He grabs a new piece and works in silence. His face is flustered, but over time I can see him relaxing. Eventually, it's as if he's looking through me. I am no longer a person, but an object to be studied. It's not quite as sexy as I expected. Oh, gonna have to blur that for YouTube. After my date, I know I'm going to sleep well tonight. As my head hits the pillow, I silently beg the goddess for dreams of my beloved. I'm in a familiar meadow. The artifact around my neck glows, and the field bursts into bloom once again. The necklace emits an extra burst of light, and the flowers grow larger and larger around me. As the image resolves further, I begin to see eyes dotting each blossom, capturing me in a piercing gaze as a deafening roar fills my ears. 5 days until the ceremony and 2 days before peace talks. What the F was that sound effect? That was scary. I wake up to the now familiar sight of the pendant around my neck glowing, but this time it's brighter than the last. I roll over and grab my parchment to record my dream. What does it mean? Clearly the necklace has to be influencing my dreams somehow. But does it actually mean anything, or is it just like those weird vivid dreams you get from Elder Glenn's sleeping droughts? Could it be some kind of brain damage? I feel a shiver run down my spine. I've been walking around with this thing on my neck for days, and I've been enjoying its benefits without a second thought as to the side effects. I really hope we figure this out sooner rather than later. I take stock of my body. Nothing looks out of place, and I don't feel any different. Guess there's nothing I can do for now? A sudden knock at the door interrupts my introspection. I hop out of bed and hurry to answer the door. It's...
Good morning. I hope I didn't wake you.
No, that's okay. I was already awake.
Wonderful. I just came to let you know the humans have agreed to meet us in 2 days, and the elders requested your presence this afternoon to help prepare.
Me? Why?
The elders were really impressed with you the other day. Elder Glenn said he felt it would be a mistake to leave someone of your maturity and wisdom out of such an important process, and Elders Luz, Aberforth, and Soul agreed. Even Elder Barasco said you had an undeniable way with words, and you know how hard he is to impress.
Indeed, he probably wouldn't be so impressed if he knew I had a little extra help.
Oh, and do you have the parchment we gave you? We should have enough data collected by now for some proper analysis.
Oh yes, just a moment.
I hurriedly scrawl the last memories of my dream and then roll the parchment back up.
Here you are.
Thank you. I'll return this to you as soon as we're done with it.
He bows and takes his leave. What to do? There's a few hours left until the elders want to meet. My gaze falls upon the pile of advertisements I've been sorting through previously. I guess I should finish my party planning. It might seem a little premature, but sitting around and stressing all morning isn't going to help anyone. Maybe seeing me out shopping might help reassure the village that things are fine. That feels so self-important, but I can't change the facts. No matter how much I don't want to be in this position, people in the village are looking at me. I might as well do my part to keep the morale up. Right, because party planning is such a chore. Listen to me, what a difficult life I lead. No, party planning is an incredibly difficult task, especially if you are doing it by yourself. Anyway, I don't want to go alone. I should have some extra eyes with me. Why would I invite Lux? We are on the Ignatius route. I should take Ignatius. I'll never turn down an opportunity to spend more time together. I knock quietly on Ignatius's door so as not to disturb the rest of our classmates. No answer. I cautiously open the door and peek inside. I can hear Ignatius's heavy, even breathing as I open the door. Oops, he's still asleep. I guess it's a bit earlier than I realized. I can't even see him underneath that pile of blankets. It must be fantastically cozy in there. I almost feel bad for waking him. Wake him up with a kiss, put your cold hands on him. Well, he likes both, apparently. I'm gonna kiss him. I sneak over to the pile of blankets on Ignatius's bed. There's so many of them, I can't even make out where his actual body is. I choose one end and begin digging until I manage to find his face. I bend down and plant a soft kiss on his lips. He jerks awake.
What?
Morning.
He squints at me, still half asleep. It takes him a moment to register my face.
Oh, hey.
Morning, Sleepy.
Whatever's going on, can it wait 5 minutes? I just need a little more time.
He burrows back into his pile of blankets.
I was going to go pick out my jewelry for the ceremony. I thought you might like to come with me.
Alright, just give me 5 minutes to get dressed.
I should stay here to make sure you don't fall asleep again.
Are you going to watch me change too?
It's not like I've never seen you naked.
Shall we go for round 2 then and make sure you've seen it all?
Oh, damn.
I get the distinct feeling you're being sarcastic, Nate.
Can't get anything past you, can I?
Guess I'll see you in the hallway then. Don't keep me waiting.
Ignatius tosses a pillow at me, missing by a wide margin.
Get out already.
Zircon jewelry? atmosphere in the village is quite tense this morning. It seems as if the upcoming meeting with the humans has had a chilling effect on the usual morning hustle and bustle, but I did notice a few smiles as we walked through the square, so hopefully things will turn around. Zircon's designs left an impression on me, even amongst the massive pile of advertisements. I'm excited to see what he has for me today. As we enter the shop, Zircon, the owner, is carefully examining a gem through the lens. He's so engrossed in his work he doesn't even notice we've entered. Ignatius and I wait patiently for a moment, but Zircon only seems to have eyes for the gem.
Excuse me.
I did not think that's what he would look like. Ignatius and I exchange a look. He shrugs.
Hello?
Ignatius is getting impatient. He walks over to Zircon and taps him on the shoulder. Zircon starts and drops the gem he's been examining. The gem bounces a few times, then skitters across the room, landing at my feet. Zircon glares at Ignatius.
Look what you've done! Do you make a habit of sneaking into shops and startling their owners, young man?
Who's sneaking in? We walked in here like normal and tried to get your attention twice.
Of all the rude...
He stops mid-sentence as his eyes fall upon me standing by the door.
Oh!
That's right, bitch. He seems much shyer all of a sudden. He fidgets awkwardly with the necklace he's wearing as Ignatius and I exchange a look. Maybe better to let Ignatius do the talking. I bend down and pick up the jewel and hand it to Zircon. He accepts it with a bow of thanks and stuffs it into his apron pocket, but he does not speak.
So, we need to get her armbands, a necklace, bracelets... Did I miss anything?
Nope, that's everything.
At the mention of jewelry, Zircon seems to snap out of his shyness.
Oh my goodness, look at me! I haven't even offered you anything to drink! Please, follow me to the showroom.
I cannot remember the character's name right now because he's a newer one, but I've been trying to keep up with Dr. Stone. And in the manga, there is a character who is like this expert, world-renowned watchmaker. And he's so good at what he does, but he cannot talk to women, like, at all, in any capacity. And that is the vibes I'm getting with this Zircon fellow here. He pulls the curtain to the side and bows low, gesturing with his arm for us to go into the next room. Okay, can we tone down the flashing bright lights, please? The room is filled with absolutely stunning pieces. Zircon really is a master of his craft. Some of these must have taken months to make. I can't believe I get to wear some of his stuff. Zircon scurries around, straightening pieces on their displays and muttering to himself about the state of things.
Haven't been shined since yesterday. What must she think?
Are we still doing drinks?
Oh.
He ducks behind a counter and emerges with some delicate glass vessels and a bottle of something colorful.
This is a special batch from one of our visiting merchants. The strawberries in Roseglen Village are renowned. It's sparkling strawberry orange cocktail.
That sounds delicious. I take a polite sip, but I'm pleasantly surprised to find I enjoy the drink. The bubbles tickle my tongue and the strawberry and orange flavors complement each other well.
I'll be just a moment. I set aside some pieces for you earlier this week.
Ignatius sniffs at the glass suspiciously before taking an experimental sip.
This is kind of nice.
I never took you for the fruity drink sort.
What's that supposed to mean?
I just assumed you drink straight magma.
Ignatius looks at me for a moment and then sips his drink.
I mean, yeah, but fruity drinks are all right too.
Zircon returns with a massive wooden chest in his hands.
Just set those glasses on the table over there. My dear, if you'll just come this way.
Zircon opens the chest and pulls out a shining set of gold bracelets, armbands, and necklaces.
Oh my, they're exquisite.
Thank you. Would you like to try them on?
Oh, could I? Thank you so much.
As Zircon and I chat about the ceremonial jewelry, Ignatius drifts around the room, idly poking at a few pieces here and there. After a while, he stops in front of a display of matching wedding jewelry, the traditional headpiece for the female and a necklace for the male. I promise I can talk. But real talk, it is so late at night. It is way past my bedtime. My only saving grace is that it is a weekend day. Zircon notices me looking past him and turns to see what's holding my attention. His gaze darts back and forth between the two of us for a moment before he suddenly bursts into tears. He dashes across the room and cups Ignatius's face in his hands, sobbing joyously.
Oh, my dears, how wonderful! Your union will secure the future of this village. No, the entire race!
What? I was just...
And to think you chose my humble designs for your wedding.
Okay, back it up, Zircon. We gotta graduate first. Protest, go with it. I mean, I'll roll with it.
We couldn't picture our wedding any other way.
I give Ignatius a cheeky wink. He shrugs.
Whatever my babe wants, I guess.
Now, don't be shy, my children, please.
Maybe if he thinks we're getting married like right away, he'll give us a sweet discount. He waves me over to them eagerly, dabbing at his eyes with his apron in between. He takes the necklace off the mannequin and fits it around Ignatius's neck, then helps me put the headpiece on. He ushers us over to a nearby mirror.
See how fine you look.
Ignatius and I lock eyes in the mirror and I give him a wink. He smiles at me but looks away embarrassed. What's he blushing about? I thought he'd be used to this stuff by now. It's been, what, 4 days?
Oh, but I've gotten ahead of myself. We must focus on the task at hand. Focus, Zircon, focus!
Or how many days is it? Like, 3 to 4 days since he confessed. I mean, not a lot of time, Aurora. We hear the loud smack of flesh striking flesh. It sounds like Zircon actually slapped himself in the face. Oh no.
Did you have any questions about the jewelry, my dear? Anything you wanted changed?
Oh no, what you've done is wonderful. It should go perfectly with my dress.
In that case, I must get to work immediately.
But aren't they done already?
Now that I've seen them on your form, I have a few adjustments to make to ensure they'll fit you perfectly. And of course, I must polish them and imbue them with some certain magical auras. Trade secrets, you know.
I just thought about it. I'm getting a necklace for my ceremony, but I'm already wearing a necklace that I cannot take off.
Thank you so much for your generosity, Zircon. It'll be an honor to wear your pieces.
Thank you, my dear. There is no greater feeling for a craftsman than to see his pieces worn by someone who truly appreciates them.
Hang on. I need to ask you something. I'll see you outside in just a second.
All right then. See you soon.
That's mighty suspicious. As we walk back, the village square seems even quieter than before. It seems as the meeting gets closer, the villagers become more and more frightened.
I guess we can't pretend like this isn't happening anymore. It's time to get serious.
I don't have the answers, but you can lean on me anytime.
Yes, please. And I just realized I don't think we've ever gotten like a full look at his outfit. Look, he's so cute. He offers me his arm and I take it gladly. We walk to the council hall together, arm in arm. The rest of our classmates are already inside. I grab an old treatise on human culture in hopes that it might help me refine my presentation with a bit of extra cultural sensitivity. I read a few paragraphs, but I find myself starting to read the same sentences over and over again. As I struggle to concentrate, my eyelids grow heavy and I begin to nod off. Oh, great. What's gonna happen now? My necklace is activated. Once again, I'm back in this field of flowers. This place is becoming awfully familiar to me. As I look down at the blooms beneath my feet, they explode up from the ground, zooming to reach a height of 6 feet. To my surprise, the flowers turn toward me. They gaze at me with elemental faces. I stumble backwards, shocked. But just as I'm about to fall, strong arms catch me. I turn to see a male elemental. He helps me to my feet. Petals fall away from the rest of the flower elementals. Revealing fully formed male elementals, they stare at me intently. Are they expecting something from me? Oh, this took a dark turn. Before I can say anything further, the flower-born elementals all drop to one knee and bow before me. Thousands of male elementals now kneel at my feet. As I take in this bizarre sight, the pendant around my neck glows brighter than ever before. The jewel begins to float up and away from my chest. The light is almost blinding. I am a queen! A massive burst of energy pulses from the jewel, and then... hundreds of elemental children come bursting out of the jewel itself. They crowd around me, holding their hands up to me. Okay, now it got weird. Weirder. Mama! Oh shit! Their small voices cry out in unison.
I'm not your mother.
The children surround me on all sides, stretching their small hands towards me. This is weird. I want to pick up a child and see what happens. I don't know what these kids want from me, but I feel like I need to show them I'm with them. I bend down to pick up the child directly in front of me. The child studies my face for a moment, then takes the necklace in their hands. Mama. Oh, I hate it. Whoa, the necklace emits another glow and I find myself looking up at the goddess statue just outside our village. Is the goddess... So clearly there's a, you know, I'm the only female elemental, everyone else is a male elemental, but they always say goddess, my goddess, this goddess. Is this goddess more or less like the OG elemental? She is the mother of all elementals of the entire elemental race? Am I wearing her necklace? The child wriggles out of my arms and climbs into the reflecting pool just in front of the goddess statue. My necklace emits several pulses of light, and the goddess's previously dulled jeweled eyes begin to pulse in time with each burst of energy. The child beckons me to follow. Do they want me to follow them into the pool? Why not? I've come this far. I wade into the pool after the child. The water is cool, but the necklace warms the water around me. As the jewel around my neck begins to glow faster, the pool lights up with all manner of colors, and the child closes their eyes and sinks beneath the surface of the water for a few moments, just as I reach out to help. The once agendered child now emerges as a female elemental. She holds her arms out to me. Mama. The adult elementals kneel once again. There are women among them now, outnumbering the men. Mama. What just happened? I have a feeling we're going into a 4th episode. Okay, let's just try to get through this next part. Ahem. I snap out of my dream with a start and a yell. Mama! The book goes flying out of my hands and the entire room stares at me. I look around for a moment, trying to gather my bearings. Then down at the necklace, which is glowing once again. The gathered company stares at me in confusion. I can feel my face growing hot.
Sorry. This necklace gives me strange visions. I need to take a walk.
I quickly stand and leave the hall. I need to get to the goddess. The entire meaning of my vision is unclear, but this necklace is obviously connected to the statue. I begin to run. It feels like the entire fate of my people is riding on what happens here. There must be something I can do for them. There has to be a solution. As I run, I'm so lost in thought, I completely fail to notice a massive tree root in my path, and I trip, painfully. I lie on the ground for a moment, and the stress of everything leading up to this moment finally catches up to me. Real talk, I'm a big old crybaby in real life, so I'm a cry. The dam finally bursts. I've had all I can take, and I've not had a single minute to process any of it. The emotion floods out of me in great heaving sobs. It isn't fair, it's too much. I'm sick of worrying about this. After a few moments of pure, unadulterated bawling, I feel a lot better. I dry the tears from my eyes and pull myself together. As I'm about to roll to my side to get up, a shadow falls over me. It's...
Ignatius! What are you doing here?
Like I'm really going to watch you run out of the room all embarrassed and not come check on you? Are you okay?
Oh, goddess. Did you hear me crying?
Yeah, but you shouldn't be embarrassed about crying. Everybody does it.
It's okay to cry.
I'm okay. I just needed to get it out. Thanks, Nate.
Good. Hey, no problem.
Ignatius leans down and offers his hand to me.
Thanks.
I take his hand and pull myself up.
You looked like you were going somewhere. I'm coming with you.
We set off for the goddess statue again.
I'm still with you and all, but where are we going?
The goddess. It might sound crazy, but I had a weird vision about her, and I feel like she might be the key to... something.
The words falter as they come out of my mouth. How do I know this isn't some magic-induced hallucination? Why am I doing this now? But no matter how ridiculous it sounds, something drives me forward.
I can't say I understand, but I've got your back, no matter what. Let's do this.
We finally reach the goddess. The clearing is quiet, and the goddess herself is just as moss-covered and dull-eyed as she's always been.
Nate, if you could just wait a few paces back.
If you say so.
He stands back and watches me, fidgeting nervously. I'm going to have to try to recreate some of my vision if I want to try to understand it, which means... I take a hesitant step into the water. It's freezing cold, and the bottom of the pool is covered with some kind of unpleasant, slippery substance. I grit my teeth. Come on, Aurora, this is important. Don't be a baby. Oh, is this gonna be like an alternate dimension situation? Where she Alice in Wonderlands it? Images from my previous vision flash through my mind's eye. I close my eyes and focus my energy on the amulet around my neck. And to my great relief, I can feel the water beginning to warm around me as the jewel begins to glow and radiate heat. Just as I saw in my vision, the light from my amulet begins to pulse in time with the light radiating from the eyes of the goddess. The pool has now grown pleasantly warm, and the water is beginning to churn around me. Myriad colors emanate from the pool and the goddess's eyes, culminating in one massive rainbow-colored shockwave that bursts out from my necklace. There is a long silence. I cautiously open one eye, then the other. The goddess appears as she must have been on the day she was carved. She is no longer covered in moss and plant matter. Her jeweled eyes glitter in the sunlight. The pool itself seems to have been magically purified in the same way. I can see straight through the bottom, and the floor of the pool is no longer slippery and unpleasant. Ignatius is frozen in place. He looks like he'd been about to make his way to the pool before the great rainbow explosion. His face is pale.
What the hell was all that?
I don't know.
I wade out of the pool and we walk back toward the village together in a bewildered silence. Man, I was getting really excited because I was thinking, like, what if the reason there are no female elementals is because they somehow got like split and separated from the males and they're in an alternate dimension and the portal is through this well in front of the goddess statue. Alright, well, I've been recording for a very long time, so I'm going to go ahead and leave this episode of Akash Path of the Five here. It looks like we are closing in on the end, and I'm going to try to make episode 4 our very last episode and our very last date night for this particular game. Thank you again so much for joining me. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And in the comments, if I haven't already asked this, tell me which elemental boy is your favorite, because I think I'm just going to be Ignatius fan forever. But I hope to see you next time. Bye!